Okay, stop scrolling and listen up, lads. And this is why you need to see Cobra Kai, because this is one insanely funny show. What if I told you that there's middle-aged men solving their problems by kicking the crap out of each other? Right? Now, I think we all know and about Karate Kid the movies. Now, somehow it's the most emotional Cobra Kai now. Somehow it's the most emotional, hilarious, like brilliant TV program you watch all year. If you're not watching it, you're basically in a mental split like Van Damme but without the coolness, man. Okay, here's the kicker. Literally, you've got you've got Johnny Lawrence, this guy, the original blonde boy, karate bad boy. Okay, he's from the original Karate Kid movies. If you didn't know that, and living life now as a broke handyman, right? I mean, he's drinking every night, he's eating crap, he's just completely lost his life, like total loser. All right, and he decides to reboot the Cobra Kai dojo. Now, the Cobra Kai dojo was the karate club that he was with in the karate movies, right? So he decides to bring it back to life, and he's gonna be becoming Johnny again, okay? So then you've got Daniel LaRusso, the original Karate Kid, the hero, Daniel's son, all right? A Mr. Wax on, wax off, baby. And he's now a car dealer, and he's very successful, but at the same time, he's holding on to like decade long grudges. And even when he sees a poster, an old photo of Johnny, he starts to have epic meltdowns. I mean, you can see he completely freezes up. And it's so good, lads. And like, it's like two uncles. The two of them, when they get together in this, you've got Johnny on one side, you've got Danny on the other. It's like two uncles at a barbecue arguing over who can grill better, except with high kicks. The background of this, lads, it all started in the 80s with Karate Kid Part 1, 2 and 3 of the movies. And I mean, they were epic back in the day. Huge blockbusters. I mean, the guy was a god to kids, Ralph Macchio, as the Karate Kid. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was up there with Back to the Future, with Michael J. Fox with Back to the Future. Really, truly was, if you don't know. And like, karate was the solution to a lot of problems, from, sorting out the bully to impressing the girls. And fast forward, and these guys are still living in the era. They are still in the 80s, believe you me. I mean, I remember there's one scene where they decide to go against each other, Lawrence and Daniel's son, and you just see two absolute losers fueled up, and they think that everybody cares and no one gives a damn. They're bored of them. They're just it's insanely funny, and they just can't shake off the 80s, and that's when they peaked, right? And they're trying to get back to that peak now, or even better, even try and topple the peak. I mean, these guys should be in therapy, really. They really should. But they're settling their issues with a dojo war. And probably best, otherwise they probably would end up in therapy. I mean, mess. And I suppose, hey, why talk it out when you can crane kick your way to inner peace, huh? Now here's where it gets worse, lads. It's not just Johnny and Daniel going at it. It's their students that start to go at it in this show. And I'm not ruining anything for you here. And I mean, you'd be amazed. All you see is you see these high school girls and guys like going at it hard, and you're just like, this is ridiculous. This what is going on? Like this is wrong on so many levels. There's love triangles, there's school brawls that look like something out of like Fast and Furious or fight scenes or something. More betrayals than The Young and the Restless, The Bold and Beautiful, any sort of EastEnders or whatever. And at one point, I mean, karate literally spills into the LaRusso's family house. And you've got to admire the commitment to chaos. And I mean, they really up the ante, guys. Even season 1 is quite, I wouldn't say violent, but they kind of tone it down. But they do start pushing the envelope as the seasons go on. And it doesn't stop just there, lads. It even gets worse. We've got the villains from the old movies itself coming back. You got Terry Silver, that rich guy, the millionaire ponytail dude who who treats evil, like who treats life like an evil mastermind audition. I mean, he's an evil guy. It's karate, all out warfare. They treat it like they're back in Vietnam, and grown men wearing the GI uniforms, teenagers throwing punches. It's ridiculous, hilarious, little bit cringe every now and then, right? Because in fairness, they do actually, they do a good, they do, no, they don't do a good job. They do a great job of actually making it suitable for both kids and adults. And I think there's a little bit of nostalgia for us adults, right? I mean, I grew up with the Karate Kid series, so I loved, seeing this, and it does even bring back memories for me. And it's great. I mean, it's very charming, in that many ways. And at the same time, there is moments where like, oh, it's a little cringe. But actually, it's not cringe where you want to fast forward or anything. You're just like, all right, just give it 30 seconds, and then you're back into it. It's great, and it's on Netflix, lads. It's brilliant, honestly, brilliant. And why should you watch it? Because, lads, Cobra Kai, there's heart, there's humor, head kicks, people getting their asses handed to them. It's like a time machine that doesn't take you back. So, if you even if you're like myself, if you did grow up in it, it'll bring you right back to childhood. If you're not, if you're a Gen Z, I think you'll love it, because it does actually, in fairness, like I said, it combines both. Where else can you see two middle-aged men settle their issues by fighting in a bonsai shop?
You stole the man's.
Go watch it, lads. Strike first, strike hard. And I'm telling you, on Netflix, and I think there's 5 or 6 seasons now at the moment. Sorry, I forget now, brain fart right here. But highly, highly recommend Cobra Kai.
Peter.
Wow.